Stop scrolling. This message is for you. Listen, Andre Jaho here with Politics Unfiltered. We're going to be talking about Trey Reed today, the young man that was found hung on a Mississippi State University campus. All right, guys. So as far the latest updates that we have is that there are actually two cases. One involves a black young man named Trevian Trey Reed, who was a 20-year-old student at Delta State University in Mississippi. His death has been ruled a suicide. There's also another young man, which is a Caucasian young man, and his name is Corey Zukatis, and he was 36. He was found in Vicksburg. His case is still under investigation. So the details of this case are still unfolding. So once we get all the information on Corey Zukatis, then we will be back with more on that because we have two suicides. Well, sorry. We don't know if the young man Corey Zukatis is a suicide, but we have one suicide confirmed, okay? Okay. So right now, what I'm learning from the information that I've gathered, ladies and gentlemen, is that the police have lied, okay? The police lied up front, first telling the parents that he was found in his dorm room, when that actually was not the truth. He was actually found hung, okay? So that's where we have a problem. Why would the police lie to the family about where their child was found dead, okay? We have to consider why would they lie about it? What really happened, okay? So I have a video of the cousin of Trey Reed, and I'm gonna let him come on here. We're gonna play the video so you can hear exactly what he had to say, all right? So take a look at this.
The name Trayvon Reed needs to ring all over the United States right now. One, that is my cousin. Two, this is the second incident that has occurred within the last 5 years at this campus. Delta State University has had a run-in with me and their police. They tried to lock me up for no reason, and it didn't succeed in their favor. Just today, it was reported that my cousin was found hanging from a tree, and they trying to rule it as a suicide. Now, I just got off the phone with one of my cousins. She said she seen the reports, and it said that he was beaten and bruised. Both his arms was broken, and he had a broken leg. I'm gonna let y'all do the math.
You saw the cousin of Trey Reed, who was.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. So that was the cousin of Trey Reed, all right? Very upset. He has every right to be. Why would the police lie about that? I don't know. We need to really know what happened. Did the police stop him? Was it a traffic stop? Was it something where they mistaken identity? We don't really know what's going on, but we're gonna get answers. Ben Crump has been hired by the family to take this case. So high-profile attorney Ben Crump will be on that case. So as we learn everything, we'll get back with more information. But ladies and gentlemen, I want you to consider a few things. When we talk about suicide, ladies and gentlemen, okay, when we talk about suicide, I have a big problem with that. I have a big issue with when someone feels that they have to end their life. When someone feels like they have to end their life, what I need us to consider or pose as the question, where are these people's family? Where are their friends? Where's their support system?
Apparently.
Where's their support system? Where is the place that these people can go when they feel like they have to end their life, ladies and gentlemen? I've been through a lot in my life, okay? Ladies and gentlemen, I've been through a lot. I've been through some things. And I'm gonna be honest, I felt like, man, there was a time in my life when I felt like Would anybody even miss me if I was gone? But God. God has always been there for me. He's always been on my side. He's always given me favor, right? When we are in this Christian walk, you know, and we have friends and family members out there, and sometimes you know, okay, you may not be a Christian, but even when you have family, when we say that we have family, nobody should ever feel like they have to take their life, or even if they do feel like that, they should be able to go to somebody. There should be somebody that they can talk to, that they can vent to, that they can let it out, they can cry, you know? We need to start looking out for our people, ladies and gentlemen. We need to start checking on our loved ones. If you feel like something is not right, ladies and gentlemen, if you feel like something is strange, if you feel like there's a friend or family member that may not be acting like themselves, check on them. If you haven't heard from someone in a week, text them, call them, you know? Just check on them. Do a welfare check. It's not gonna hurt because you never know what somebody's going through. Contact your loved ones that you haven't spoken to in a while and just say, hey, how you doing? You all right? I was just checking on you, man. I was just checking on you, sis. Just wanted to know how you're doing. We all must do better with that. I have to do better with that, you know? I need to call my sister. I'm going to call her once we've done this broadcast and check on her. We have to do better, ladies and gentlemen. Let's check on our people because you don't know what someone is going through. Life is not easy. People have trials and tribulations. People are going through all kinds of depression and heartache and sickness and pain and suffering. People are going through so much, ladies and gentlemen. And we got to check on our people. I thank God for the support system that I've had over these past few years. You know, people that I've known all my life, and when I've been going through my hell, they were there for me. They were there for me to vent to. Even when I didn't listen to their advice, even when I still did things the way I thought I wanted to do them, they were still there for me, you know? I have 3 specific people that I know I can thank for being there for me, and they're still there for me, you know? This is my support system, and I thank God for them. You guys know who you are, but I thank God for my support system. Everybody needs a support system, ladies and gentlemen. So for this family of Trey Reed, let's keep that family in our prayers. Let's pray for that family because they need answers. Trey Reed is not here anymore, so he cannot defend himself. He cannot tell his family what happened. So hopefully justice will be served. Hopefully that there'll be some kind of surveillance footage or somebody will know something and the answers that they're looking for will be answered. All right? All right, guys, that's all I got for you. We'll be back with more on this case of Trey Reed and also the other young man, all right? If you like this video, please share it. If it's been any kind of information that's been given, if it's been helpful, informative, please share this video and let them know that Black News Undisputed is on the air. All right, guys? We'll see you on the next time, on the next episode of Politics Unfiltered, right here on the Undisputed Network.